Liberal bad ideas meet unintended consequences. Christian charities are finally pushing back against the Liberals' ban on pro-lifers participating in the Summer Jobs Grants program. Late last year, the Liberals decided to ban any employer from receiving Canada's Summer Jobs Grants for students if that employer doesn't first sign a pledge that they agree with abortion and transgender rights. We've talked about this before at The Rebel. The program is designed to create jobs for students from 15 to 30 years of age. Now, charities and churches often take advantage of this program to offset labor costs so that they can direct their donations to the very people they're meant to help. This is what the pledge says. Both the job and the organization's core mandate has to respect individual human rights in Canada, including the values underlying the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms, as well as other rights. These include reproductive rights and the right to be free from discrimination on the basis of sex, religion, race, national or ethnic origin, color, mental or physical disability, sexual orientation, or gender identity or expression. So the first part of the pledge is reasonable. It covers real human rights like religious freedom, free speech, and freedom of conscience. And the second part of the pledge demands ideological conformity to liberalism and actually asks those organizations to violate their own human rights of conscience and religious freedom just to get access to these government funds. It's loopy and authoritarian. Now, because of this, the Liberals are being sued by a pro-life organization called Toronto Right to Life for violating the Charter of Rights and Freedoms and forcing them to support abortion and transgender rights just to receive a summer job grant. The Liberals, though, they really should have seen this one lawsuit coming, given that after the Liberals denied pro-life groups Canada's summer jobs grants last year, the Canadian Centre for Bioethical Reform, Guelph Right to Life, and Toronto Right to Life all sued the Ministry of Employment, and they won that lawsuit. Apparently, the Liberals just wanted another kick at the can of punishing Christians, and they are going to lose that battle one more time. And while the Liberals thought they would be cracking down on the activism of pro-life students by using their summer jobs grants program as leverage against them, there are some very real consequences to the very people Liberals say they care about most: the poor, the downtrodden, addicts, refugees, and even children. According to the National Post, hundreds of churches, camps, and Christian charities are protesting the abortion clause in the Canada Summer Jobs Grants application. Woodgreen Presbyterian Church in Calgary sponsors 3 Syrian refugees and offers a free English as a second language program in their church. And now, according to Pastor Brad Jones, they will be unable to apply for the Canada Summer Jobs Grants program to offer an internship to a student because they refused to sign that Liberal pledge. Pastor Jones said, "Because of our commitment to the sanctity of life and to biblical teachings, our government is discriminating against us." Ontario-based New Life Prison Ministries is a Christian organization that works with inmates, and they say they will also not be able to apply for that grant this year because they won't sign the pledge. And the Canadian Council of Christian Charities, representing 3,400 organizations across the country, is saying that many of its members are telling them they won't be signing that pledge either. The Evangelical Fellowship of Canada and the Canadian Conference of Catholic Bishops both say they're looking into the issue and are in discussions to decide on their next steps, calling the pledge an obvious and unfortunate infringement on the freedom of conscience and religion. These ridiculous, self-righteous Liberals never see the unintended consequences of their ill-conceived ideas and their defense of fake rights and their endless pursuit of so-called fairness. It's like the Liberals had absolutely no clue that Christian charity is a thing, like a really, really big thing. In fact, the Catholic Church alone has over 117,000 healthcare facilities worldwide, as well as 18,000 pharmacies and 512 centers dedicated to the care of those with leprosy, making up 1/4 of the world's healthcare services. You would think someone in the government somewhere would know a little bit about this. The Liberals are seemingly totally unaware of the size and the scope of work done by Christians in their communities every single day. These folks are compelled by their faith to help others. This work is done every day without fanfare or applause, and because of that, it seems, the federal Liberals think it isn't being done at all, when in reality, Christians do a lion's share of the charity work in this country and everywhere else on the globe. The Liberals think that there is no societal value in teaching life skills to prison inmates or teaching horseback riding at summer camp if you're one of those people who believes that life begins at conception. It's sick, it's bigoted, but it is exactly the opinion you would expect from Liberals who think the government should and can do everything for everyone. The good news is, I guess we don't have to guess anymore. Now we know. On the Liberal totem pole of social justice, refugees and children are at the bottom, and abortion is right at the top. For the Rebel.media, I'm Sheila Gunn Reid. Did you know that I have my own full-length show here on The Rebel? It's called The Gun Show. We talk about issues facing Alberta and the rest of Canada. To get access to my show and the rest of our incredible premium content, become a Rebel subscriber today.